Etsy and print on demand worth it in 2023? Yes, print on demand is absolutely worth it in 2023. And in this video, we are going to debunk the 3 most common myths surrounding print on demand. I started a print on demand business 7 months ago, specifically selling on Etsy, and I have scaled my business to over $30,000 in revenue in that time frame. And just last month alone, I sold nearly $10,000. So I absolutely think that print on demand is still worth it. It is still scalable. It is still achievable in this year. If you want to learn more about my strategies that help me scale my business to this point, I'll link the video where I talk about those strategies up above. My name is Taylor and my channel is focused on all things Etsy and print on demand. If those are 2 things that interest you, I hope that you will boop that subscribe button down below and follow me on my journey to becoming a 6-figure Etsy seller. If you would like to work together to help scale your print on demand business, I do have information about the coaching opportunities that I offer in the description down below. Myth number 1 that I hear very often is that print on demand is oversaturated. Is print on demand competitive? Yes. Is it impossible? No. Every day we see new trends that are emerging, and that is honestly what is so great about print on demand, because you can be the first to those trends. So an example of this, I have found that an emerging trend this year has been t-shirts that not only have a design on the front, but they also have a design on the back. More commonly, I see a ton of bestsellers on Etsy that have a front pocket design and a design on the back. And so when new trends like that start to emerge, you can be the first person to hop on and join in and create shirts like that if you are wanting to sell apparel in your print on demand business. And it doesn't matter that there are tons of other sellers selling apparel. You are going to be one of the first sellers in that design trend. And so you have just as much of a chance to get noticed and to be seen just as everybody else does. What matters when selling online and selling with print on demand is that you bring something with a new value that people want. And you can do that no matter how many other people are out there trying to do the same thing. So yes, there is going to be a ton of competition of other sellers selling apparel. Wow, that is a tongue twister. Say that 5 times fast. Other sellers selling apparel. Wow. However, you can be the first to different trends that emerge, or you could also be the person to set the new trend and have ideas that others don't. So another thing to consider is you can also bring those new design trends that you see. You can take that specific design style, make it your own, and bring it into a different niche so that you are bringing a new value to that niche, and customers are going to see your product, see that it's different, see that it's trendy, and you're going to be able to make those sales just as much as anybody else could. Now, that was just an example with apparel. Now, another thing that I want you to consider is completely different product types. So, of course, a lot of people get into print on demand and they sell t-shirts, they sell apparel. However, there are so many different product types that you can actually sell with print on demand now in 2023. Print on demand companies have expanded their catalogs tremendously. And so there are tons of products that haven't even really been tapped into yet with print on demand that you can find success with because there's not a lot of competition in them yet. There are sellers on Etsy who have print on demand businesses who have been able to scale their businesses much faster because they are selling products that nobody else is really selling yet, such as tumblers, koozies, home decor like pillows or blankets. The opportunities are truly endless when it comes to all of the different product types that you can be selling with print on demand. And so I encourage you to think about your interests, your hobbies. What product types could you put those interests and hobbies onto that could sell to others who are interested in those things? Maybe those interests and hobbies of yours would be great for selling on apparel. However, maybe you could sell notebooks or tote bags and other options for those specific interests and hobbies and make a killing. And print on demand companies aren't slowing down. They are continuing to add more products. And so I encourage you to look into those different product types. Look and see if there's different designs that are up and coming. Pay attention to trends because oversaturation just simply doesn't exist in the world of e-commerce. Things are always going to be changing, and there's never going to be enough of one thing. Myth number 2 with print on demand is that print on demand is not profitable. So I would like to actually circle back to my analytics that I discussed with you guys in the beginning of this video, and specifically looking at my month of May. Now, as I mentioned, I sold nearly $10,000 of revenue in the month of May. However, revenue is different than profit. So let's talk about the cost of print on demand. Now, I specifically sell print on demand on Etsy. And so what's great about Etsy is Etsy actually brings all of my customers to my store organically for me. The trade-off with that is that I pay Etsy a percentage of my sales. So to break down the fees that I pay Etsy for each sale that I make, we start with a 20-cent relisting fee. So that is a flat fee that I am charged every single time that I make a sale. Then we have our transaction fees, which Etsy will take 6.5% of my total sale revenue. And then there is also a payment fee, and this may vary depending on what country you're in and where you are selling from. However, I live in the United States, and so for me, that is a flat fee of 25 cents per sale, as well as an additional 3% from my total sale. Now, I know that hearing those numbers can sometimes feel discouraging because it feels like Etsy takes a lot out of the sale. However, you have to consider that Etsy is bringing the customers to their sellers. And so a portion of those fees is actually going towards their marketing budget. So when you see commercials on TV or maybe on an ad before a YouTube video for Etsy, that is marketing that is going to bring more customers to Etsy's platform, thus bringing you more customers and bringing you sales organically without you having to pay for marketing to bring customers to your own website, which having your own website is really the alternative most of the time. So some sellers that get into print on demand, they may opt to open up their own personal website through a platform like Shopify. However, when you open up your own website, you are then responsible for driving those customers to your website. So that's an additional cost that you have to consider when going that route. Typically, you are going to see less transaction fees. You'll typically just pay a processing fee for that specific platform that you decide to sell on. However, you need to then market your business, and there's a cost to that. If you're running Facebook ads, for example, that is something that you have to consider into your budget and what you're willing to spend to grow your business. Now, those reasons alone are why I have personally stuck with Etsy. I just make sure to price my items accordingly so that I am still making the profit that I want to make on the items that I sell in my store. So now looking at what I was able to profit for my sales in the month of May, I sold $9,982.62 in revenue. And of that, by using the right pricing strategies, I was actually able to have a profit margin of about 27%, which left me $2,695.30. Now for me, I consider that profitable. I am very happy with that percentage. I am somebody who does work full time. I have a 9-to-5 job. So this is just an extra stream of income. And so for me to bring in over $2,000 extra income for myself and for my family is absolutely incredible. There's work that I put into this business, absolutely. However, I'm able to make sales and make money while I'm sleeping, while I'm working my regular 9-to-5 job. This is all just extra. And so now getting to myth number 3, what I hear often is that it is too late to start. And so to debunk this myth, again, I want to remind you guys of my story. I haven't even been selling print on demand for over a year. I started in October of 2022, and I just had a nearly 5-figure month, just 7 months into selling print on demand and selling on Etsy. It is not too late to start, guys. It is only growing. E-commerce is growing every single year, and the print on demand industry alone is set to reach $39.4 billion by 2030. You can be the first person to tap into different product types and different niches. You just have to start and put yourself out there. The best time to start is today. You will learn as you go. There are so many free resources online. I can't tell you how many articles that I read, how many YouTube videos like this that I watched, and I just absorbed as much as I could. I really just kind of became obsessed with it and learned everything that I could. And I'm still learning every single day. However, I made this channel so that I can teach others what I've learned so far and help scale and streamline the process for others, because it is still possible in 2023. As I mentioned in the beginning of this video, I do also offer one-on-one coaching opportunities that are in the description down below, where we can work together to help scale your business. And if you haven't started yet and want to work together to get your print-on-demand business up and off of the ground, I do offer a Kickstart workshop where we will work together one-on-one to get your print-on-demand business up and off of the ground. If you want to learn more about that opportunity, there's a link again in my description down below. If you found value in today's video, I hope that you will hit the like button down below, as that will help get my video in front of others like yourself wanting to learn more about print on demand. If you would like to follow my journey in becoming a top 1% Etsy seller, I do hope that you will also hit that subscribe button. I will also be responding to all comments down below, so if you have any questions, definitely feel free to leave them below. Or if you just want to say hi, feel free to do so also. I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world, and I will see you in the next one.